爱神的心。因为我爱心忠贞，不爱祭祀，爱认识神，不爱燔祭。何西阿书6:6。为神所做的任何活动都无法取代一颗与他同在的心。古往今来，上帝的子民一直被说服，无论他们的心况如何，他们都可以通过他们的服务和奉献来讨他的喜悦。扫罗王慷慨的献祭，希望神会忽视他的悖逆。撒母耳记上15:22-23。大卫可能认为，在他为神做了这一切之后，神会忽视他的罪。撒母耳记下12:7-15。亚拿尼亚和撒非喇认为，他们慷慨地献给教会，可以补偿他们的欺骗。使徒行传5:1-11。保罗无疑是一个以为他的热心会讨神喜悦的人。然而，在他归信之后，他得出结论，即使他有信心移山，献出他所拥有的一切来喂养穷人，并为上帝的缘故献上他的身体被焚烧，然而他的心并不正，那一切都是徒劳的。林前13:1-3。我们和所有这些人一样，容易受到误解。我们可能会被欺骗，假设上帝对我们为他所做的活动比他对我们内心的状况更感兴趣。神一直清楚地表明，如果我们心里不对劲，即使是最慷慨的奉献和热心的服侍，他也不会得到安抚。弥6:8。无论我们在服侍上帝方面做了多少，无论我们在教会中多么活跃，无论我们在基督徒群体中的声誉多么光荣，他都不会忽视一颗罪恶的心。他的愿望是让我们全心全意地认识他和爱他。
A heart that loves God. For I desire loyalty and not sacrifice, the knowledge of God rather than burnt offerings. HOSEA 6:6. No amount of activity for God will ever take the place of a heart that is right with Him. Through the ages, God's people have been persuaded that they could please Him through their service and their offerings, regardless of their heart condition. King Saul offered generous sacrifices, hoping God would overlook his disobedience. 1 Samuel 15:22-23. David may have assumed that after all he had done on God's behalf, God would overlook his sin. 2 Samuel 12:7-15. Ananias and Sapphira thought that their generous gift to the church would compensate for their deceitfulness. Acts 5:1-11. Paul was certainly one who had thought his zealousness would please God. After his conversion, however, he concluded that even if he had faith to remove mountains, gave all he had to feed the poor, and offered his body to be burned for the sake of God, and yet had a heart that was not right, it would all be for nothing. 1 Corinthians 13:1-3. We are susceptible to the same misunderstanding as all of these people were. We can be deceived into assuming God is more interested in our activity for Him than He is in the condition of our hearts. God has consistently made it clear that He will not be pacified by even the most generous offerings and zealous service if our hearts are not right with Him. Micah 6:6-8. No matter how much we do in God's service, regardless of how active we are in our church, no matter how honorable our reputation in the Christian community, He will not overlook a sinful heart. His desire is that we devote ourselves to knowing Him and loving Him with all of our hearts.